Are you ready to Kyle Hyde again? Because I sure am. Let's do it. Let's do it. Time has come for, sadly, the second and final game in what is called the Kyle Hyde duology, which was meant to be a trilogy at minimum. Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. It has no naming similarities with Hotel Dusk, which might have been part of the marketing problem, but I respect Sing for what they were trying to do. But anyway, this is going to be a different kind of a story than Hotel Dusk. It's going to take place in Kyle's apartment. So we will see how things go. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended, 1955, Los Angeles. The Hotel Cape West. December 14th. $1969. Hotel Cape West. And it's 1980. And there he is. It's our boy. This is the manager of Red Crown. How may I help you? Oh, sorry about that. We'll send another salesman along right away. Rachel, find out where the hell that bozo Hyde is and what he thinks he's doing. Sleeping in his car. Relax, Ed. I'm just taking a bit of a breather. A breather? This is work, not some kind of game, Hyde. Whoa there, boss. You don't want to pop a blood vessel at your age. Know what, Hyde? I have had enough of your bull. You're fired! Cape West Apartments, 857. The name's Kyle Hyde. I'm a salesman for a 2-bit company called Red Crown. Quit my detective job in Manhattan and got out of the city a good 4 years ago. On the surface, Red Crown makes deliveries, household stuff, nothing exciting. Behind the scenes, the boss has a racket going to find certain things. Things that don't want to be found, if you know what I mean. That's where I come in. I travel to places and look for things. It ain't all dazzling lights, but I'm not gonna hang it up just yet. Then again, December 18th, 1980. That's the day Ed finally grew a pair and sent me on my way. So I dragged my sorry ass to the dump I'm used to calling home. Nope, we're gonna start it out like usual. Opening the door. Chapter 1, December 18th, 1980. Yeah, if I remember right, this takes place over multiple days rather than just one. Hey, is that... We got new music too that sounds very like hotel lobby-ish. But all right, let's play around and see what we got here. We can talk to this person who on my first playthrough I thought might have been Lewis, but no, it's not. I'll go ahead and break your hearts there. Let's see, we got the room 202 key. The room in my apartment. Got it on a big fat key ring so I don't lose it. And a pager. I promised Rachel I'd call Red Crown right away if it rings. Don't need that anymore. Alright, so then we got some new music for when Kyle's in his menu. We can do some... We go. Ooh. 771. 7 left, 1 right. Interesting. But, we can still make ourselves a nice ass with a big beefy arm like we did before. And all that. But, yeah. Alright. I think, let's see, we got notes. I think there's like a summary of what happened. Yeah, what happened in the first game, in case you, no! I thought you did, but I guess not. Got characters. Ed, the boss of Red Crown. He has a side business finding lost items. Rachel. She works at Red Crown as Ed's secretary. Alright. Is that it? Rumble. Yes, I'm gonna turn my Rumble on just in case. But, alright. Huh? Well, hey there, Hyde. What? What? Is that all you can say? You saw me here and just planned on walking right by? That's cold, man. Can't believe I let myself get held up by this guy. So, long time no see. Long time? You serious? It's been, what, 3 days since we last bumped into each other? Trust me, seeing you once every 3 days is plenty. So, Kyle hasn't changed a whole lot since the last game. Come on, man, you're killing me here. Don't be so cold. This is Tony. The guy's name is Tony Wolf. A musician. Lives across the hall. Not exactly a platinum seller, though. Schedule full of free time and broke to boot. Living the big free and easy. Just passed a dame in sunglasses on the way in. She a friend of yours? Oh, that classy lady in the big hat? Nope, no friend of mine. Doesn't live here either. Came to visit someone, I guess. At least, I don't think she lives here anyway. Helpful, Tony. Real helpful. Oh, come on, man. You in love with her or something? No, just curious. Yeah, sure. Give that brain cell of yours a rest, why don't you? Yikes. Yeah, glad we took care of all that character development nonsense in between games. Yeah, in the approximately year it's been since Hotel Dusk, he's just kind of reverted back to being a jerk. Welcome back, Kyle. Speaking of rest, I got somewhere to be. So you're taking off already? Not exactly the chatty type, are you? No chit-chat for your old pal Tony? This guy for real? Since when have we been close friends? I think we're joined at the hip or something? How about that one? Have you always been like this, Tony? What do you mean? Man, I thought we were the best of buds. We've been tight since you invited me in for dinner that time. Invited? The way I recall it, you barged your way into my room and tried to chow down on my takeout dinner. Is that how it looked? Eating another man's food ain't the best way to make friends, you know? Didn't realize you'd taken it so hard. I mean, who decides what's cool and what isn't between friends? I'd describe you as many things, Tony.
but a friend ain't one of them. We're just, acquaintances.
That's so? I didn't have you pegged as such a cold hombre.
I'm cold, all right. Especially when dealing with the likes of you.
Now that's harsh, even for you. I'm not a robot, man. I have feelings, you know.
What are you gonna do, Tony? Take a swing at me? Like you did last Friday?
It's all coming out now, huh? I told you I had a drink, and it messed up with my judgment.
A drink? I'd say you pretty much drained the bar's reserves. You were drunk and on a mission, Tony. You had some funny idea about spray painting your apartment. And when I stepped in to stop you, you saw red and went for me.
You sure that's what happened? Besides, I thought we'd put that little incident behind us.
By my count, that makes 3 times now. You just lose it when you're drunk, Tony. And the worst part is, I always seem to get pulled into the mayhem.
All right, I get it. I swear, I'll never cause you any strife again. Cross my heart, man.
Yeah, and the rest. Where have I got a funny feeling of deja vu right about now? I ain't no fortune teller, but I predict I'll be hearing it next month, too.
Are you for real? Next month? Yeah, that's rich. You know damn well there won't be any more of our little chats next month.
All we got left? Meaning, you leaving this dump? Yeah, all we got left.
All we got left? Meaning...
Are you kidding me? After we got that letter, I really didn't have a choice.
What letter is he talking about?
What letter? What letter are you talking about?
Man, I'm talking about the letter Max Patrice sent out. It was all made plain and simple in there.
Which letter would that be?
Tell me you got the letter. We all got them about a week ago. Everyone in the building got one.
First I've heard of it.
You serious? You haven't read the letter? And you call me irresponsible? What a joke!
Can it, Tony? What are you talking about?
Do you even check your mailbox? Ever? Why am I even asking? Last time I snuck a peek, yours was packed solid.
Let's just say I'm not the kind of guy who has pen pals. Bills and other junk. They don't deserve my time.
That's how I feel about my bills, too. They don't even deserve my time.
Sloppy. Real sloppy. You're lucky to hold down a job with an attitude like that.
That's supposed to be a joke. What's my job got to do with this? Let's get back on track. What exactly did this letter say?
Told us all to gather our stuff and clear out.
Just like that? No reason? Nothing?
Apparently our lovely landlady threw in the towel and decided to sell up. Place is gonna get knocked down is what I heard.
What a day. First Ed drops the bombshell. Then I hear this place is being sold.
Hey guys, says somebody.
There's a voice coming from the stairs. Looks like someone's coming down.
Hey!
Hey, Tony!
Betty, how you doing? You're looking your usual fine self.
Always the gentleman. Hello, Mr. Hyde. Is everything okay?
This is Betty.
Her name's Betty Meyer. Rents room 203 and sells trinkets in a little accessory shop nearby. Always polite to everyone. Can't say I'm her biggest fan, though.
I don't think he's a fan of anybody. So what are you guys talking about?
Get this. Senor Hyde here didn't know about the big eviction.
Really? I thought everyone knew.
Except me, apparently. Tony was just filling me in.
Hey, Hyde being less informed than me. He couldn't make this stuff up. Claims he never even saw the letter. Would have just gone about his normal routine if I hadn't broken the news.
No way. How could you not know? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right. Laugh it up.
Oh, I'm sorry, but you have to admit it's pretty ironic. Now I think about it, it kind of fits in nicely with your personality.
My personality?
Type B, Mr. Hyde. You always act so focused, then again, I guess we all have our quirks.
Enough of the character profiling, Doc. They always act like we're sharing a college dorm or something. But the truth is, we barely even know each other around here.
Hey, Betty, you got a place lined up for after you move out?
What do you mean?
You know, like somewhere to stay.
Oh, that. Yeah, I'm all set. Lease is signed and sealed. In fact, I'll be out of here next week.
Wasted no time, huh? So, where are you gonna be living from now on? Why'd you keep it all to yourself? We're buddies, aren't we?
Now, Tony. If I go giving away my new digs, I have a funny feeling I'm gonna find you lurking around in the shadows.
Me? Lurking?
Don't take it personally, but this is one thing I'll keep for my real friends.
Okay, I get it, Betty.
But hey, our friendship's just blossoming. If we work at it, it could become a thing of beauty. What do you say?
We could chat over a latte, catch up on old times, you know, all that stuff.
Dream on, Tony. Anyway, I've got a dash. Don't want to be late for my date. Catch you guys later.
Damn, looks like I blew my chances.
You think?
She's got no idea of the heartache she causes. Just cast me aside like I'm not even there.
Face it, Tony. You don't exactly exude charisma.
Yeah, thanks for that, friend. Way to kick a man when he's down, right? Sometimes I wonder when I'm gonna get myself out of this rut. Can't even drown my sorrows in a bottle without any cash. I don't know. I'll go for a stroll, take in the night air. Later, man.
All right. Well, that was fun. Let's see. Margaret's front door. Lucky's Cafe. There's the elevator. And then there's some lounge stuff. Let's look around. Hear the new looking around music.
Two old but sturdily built chairs. Wonder how long since someone actually sat on one. Nothing but an aging wooden bookshelf. I can see some graffiti on the back of the shelves. Classy. There are a load of cardboard boxes piled up next to the wall. They look pretty full. I'd say somebody went a little overboard with the packing tape.
What else is here?
A large wooden cabinet complete with doors and drawers. Empty ones.
Okay. Let's see if we can check Kyle's mail. Oh no.
The door in the lobby opens and out comes a person.
Hello, Mr. Hyde. May I have a word?
Mrs. Patrice.
I guess in this game we'll be watching Kyle as he goes through job postings and apartment listings. Yes, this is actually a real estate and job sim. Of course, this is the 80s, so, you know, it'll probably be easier to get a job.
Her name's Margaret Patrice, owner of Cape West Apartments, and lives here on the first floor. Took over when this place was a rundown hotel and fixed it up into apartments. To the locals, she's known as Mags.
I could have sworn I heard Mr. Wolf's voice a moment ago.
He was here. You just missed him. He was ranting about needing some fresh air.
Oh, is that so? What a shame. Inquire.
Hey. What's a shame? What's a shame? It's not like he's busy 24/7. Isn't he always skulking around?
Not as much as you seem to think. In fact, Mr. Wolf's being quite elusive these days. I really do need to discuss a pressing matter with him right away. Also, she is this game's Dunning in that pissing her off will result in you getting kicked out of the Cape West. So, gotta be careful around her. What could be so pressing?
What is it that's so pressing? Do you need to ask Tony something?
Yes, I do. It's a fairly important thing, too.
Important?
It's about his rent.
Let me guess, he's come up short.
Quite.
This month marks the 4th in a row he hasn't settled his bill. I was going to ask him to clear his slate today. Typical Tony. Squirming your way out of another financial situation. Looks like you got a problem there.
Yes, I had hoped he'd be a little more forthcoming. After all, the rest of the tenants are such nice people. It's just Mr. Wolf, really. I suppose there's always one, though.
Trouble does tend to follow him around.
Actually, while I have you here, Mr. Hyde, there's the small matter of your rent, too.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that one.
Is that right?
Not trying to pull the wool over my eyes, are you, Mr. Hyde? If memory serves, you have both last month and this month to pay. I appreciate this comes at a bad time, with everyone getting ready to leave, but rent is rent, and these apartments don't pay for themselves.
Of course.
I'll expect $400 in total from you then, Mr. Hyde. So that's $200 a month? How much is that in 1980 money versus today? I'm curious. If you could make it short reaches me by the weekend, that would be perfect.
Got it. By the weekend.
There is one other tiny matter, Mr. Hyde.
Another one?
Yes, concerning your mailbox. I know you're a busy man, but if you could spare a couple of minutes and remove some of the clutter, it'd be most appreciated. I always check when I pass, and room 202's mailbox is practically overflowing.
Roger that. I'll take a look.
Much obliged, Mr. Hyde. Well, I think that's my cue to go. $785. Wow. Okay. That's still not terrible in today's prices.
Before you go, you mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
Why did you decide to sell this place all of a sudden?
I had a feeling you'd ask. Originally, I had no intention of giving this place up. But, you know, sometimes unexpected things happen and, well, it's complicated. Complicated in what way?
How's the situation complicated? Were you against selling the apartments?
It really is quite complicated. I'd rather not discuss it.
Why not?
I don't think that's any of your concern, Mr. Hyde. I'd be grateful if you could refrain from asking me again. Okay.
I've got to ask.
Is everyone behind in their rent? What could be so sensitive? Is everyone behind?
Is everyone behind in their rent or something?
Well, there are a few, come to think of it. But that's not the reason.
There's something else then? Care to share what it is?
Mr. Hyde, you really must protest. I'm me. You asking me all these questions. I feel like I'm being put on trial. Now, if you don't mind, I have nothing more to say on the matter. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go to my room.
Wait, what was that Max said?
I feel like I'm being put on trial. Now, if you don't mind, I have nothing more to say on the matter.
Maybe she's upset at me for pushing her about why she's selling up.
Wait, what? Oh, do we have to go apologize? Now? Let's see. Alright, apology simulator. To 2010.
Can I bother you for a moment?
What is it? I didn't mean to be rude. There we go.
I'm sorry about before. I wasn't out to upset you or anything.
Oh?
You said that you weren't happy to share your reasons, but I still let my curiosity get the better of me.
Well, Mr. Hyde, it's very gallant of you to say that. I could have been more polite, too. It's not easy for a widow like me to take care of a place like this, you know? I can trust you to understand that, can't I?
Yeah. Truth be told, my dad died and left my mom a widow, too.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So, your situation's not exactly alien to me. It's nice to know there are still some understanding people out there.
It's a big old smile.
I noticed there's a lot of demolition around these parts lately. Your predicament wouldn't be anything to do with that, would it?
You're still asking, Hyde. Hyde, come on. You're still pushing.
Well, I can't say they haven't been hassling me a little. But that's not the main reason.
Oh. Not the main... What reason do you mean? Oh boy, we're gonna keep going.
So you're saying there is a cast iron reason behind this?
I'm not going to comment on that. And I don't think you should be prying either. Please don't pay it any mind.
Right.
I'm sorry things have turned out this way, Mr. Hyde. I really am. I think it's time for me to be on my way, too.
Mags heads back into her room. 400 by the weekend. That's a tall order. I better make a note of that in my notebook.
Did he make it, or do we have to make it? Let's see. No, alright. 400. 2. Okay. We just, yeah. Alright, let's go take care of our mailbox. We are... What room are we in? We're in 202. Okay. Can we use the key to open it up?
Using this here isn't going to be all that helpful. These mailboxes are for the third floor residents.
And for the tenants on the second floor. Is this me?
As expected, it's full of mail. Suppose I'd better take a look at some of it.
Oh. Right.
Damn, can't remember the combination. Think I've gotten it written down, though. Not exactly secure, but any thief out there is welcome to my bills.
Alright, let's see. What was it? 771. Okay. So... 7 7 1. That's a fairly average amount of mail for the average sized person, though.
It's been a long time since I saw this much mail jammed in there. Now to find the one from Mags.
What was this?
Here we are. Pick up the eviction notice from among the mail. The eviction notice reads, "My dear tenants, after much deliberation, I have chosen to sell this property. The new owner plans to have the building demolished, so it is my unfortunate duty to inform you of the need to vacate at your earliest convenience. Further information will be posted on the notice board in the coming days, December 10th. According to the date, this thing arrived about a week ago."
Okay.
There's a white envelope lying on the floor. Bad news, I expect. Oh, my phone bill. No point opening it, I rarely use the thing.
Hey, you ran up the phone bill pretty big last time. Dunning even said so.
There was a brown envelope lying on the floor. Nothing special. Just an advert for some TV shopping trash. There's a small white envelope lying on the floor. I thought so. It's from the credit card company. They want me to sign up for more plastic. There's a flyer of some sort lying on the floor. What's this? Looks like it might not be entirely useless. I stash the flyer between the other letters. I pick up the mound of mail and put it in my case.
Alright. So what was the flyer? Message test, fast forward, quick walk. Hold the control pad in the direction you wish to go or touch an area far away. I get it. Yep. Fast forward.
Wow, there was game instructions in here. And if I ever play a visual novel that you hold sideways on the Nintendo 3DS. This is sure gonna come in handy.
Okay. Let's head back up.
Someone's coming down the stairs. Hey, who's there? What's this guy doing with a hammer? Hey, you!
What?
What are you doing there?
Me? What am I? I was just wandering around and thinking a few things through.
Thinking? You serious?
Yeah. Is that a crime now?
And I suppose the hammer helps you concentrate, right? You want to tell me what you're really up to?
This? Oh, I use this to fix the place up.
Fix the place up?
That's right. I was checking the hallways and doors, making sure it's all ship-shape.
Dylan.
This guy goes by the name Dylan Fitcher. Lives in room 304. He's a plumber and general handyman. Got a glum look about him. Wouldn't make a very good clown at a kid's party.
It's a weird thing to say.
How come you get lumped with the building repairs?
Don't know. Mrs. Patrice asked if I wouldn't mind.
Mrs. Patrice?
Yeah. She must have noticed I got all the tools already. Got a hammer, a spanner, everything I need to fix the plumbing.
So that's why she asked you? Must be convenient to have a free handyman.
I guess so.
Guess I'm the only one who didn't know you took care of all this.
Could be. You're the only one who's ever quizzed me like this.
Yeah, well, can't be too careful. Why are you even fixing the place up anyway? It's gonna be torn down, right? Sounds like a big fat waste of time to me.
Mrs. Patrice was very clear. She told me to keep the place in good order. Right up until the last day when the deeds change hands.
Interesting.
Anyway, I gotta rush.
Dylan takes off.
All right. We can kind of look over to the floor below. This is kind of a cool place. Could have been a cool hotel. Vacant. 206, 205's vacant. There's the elevator, which I believe, is that an out of order sign?
There's a sign covering up the elevator call button. Notice, elevator out of order.
Yep. And we're gonna head to 202.
I use my key to unlock the door.
Oh.
Something jammed in the door catches my eye as it falls to the ground. What the? I pick it up and take a look. What the hell is this? No name, nothing. Looks like I got an anonymous letter. I take the anonymous letter and enter the room. Damn, I gotta be out of this place within the month. Didn't see that one coming, did you, Kyle?
And here's Kyle's apartment. Room 202. Very funky music.
I place my suitcase on the table next to the wall. My trusty case has certainly seen its fair share of action. Feels like I've been dragging the thing around all my life. Inherited it from my old man after he died. Started putting it to good use after quitting the force and working for Ed. Since then, we've pretty much gone everywhere together. I dropped my jacket on the sofa. Oh, right. I should take another look at that letter. I open the envelope and unfold the note. Inside, I find a typed letter reading, Item. Locate the Scarlet Star, which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. An order? What kind of order is this? Getting an order directly from a client never happens. This has got to be some sort of joke. And I put the letter on the table. About the phone? The ringing suddenly stops. Well, that's weird. The lamp on the answer phone is flashing.
The phone. There's a phone button. There's an answer phone hooked up. Makes me feel less guilty about ignoring calls. Alright. Play. Oh, sorry. You have to rewind it first?
Well, the first thing I hear on the tape is a young woman's voice.
Hey Kyle, it's me. Looks like you're not home yet, huh?
Voice of a nightingale. That's all, Rachel. You've really pushed Ed off the deep end this time. What are you gonna do? Don't get blind drunk and do something stupid, okay? I'll call again in the morning. Damn. Looks like Ed wasn't just letting off steam this time. Looks like there's another message recorded. I hear the voice of a man I don't recognize.
Kyle Hyde?
Who the hell's that?
I have an order for you. The request has been taken directly to your room.
What did he say? The request was brought directly to my room? At least there's no doubt about where that letter came from now. I knew there was something not quite right about that letter. I'd better take another look.
Alright. What's this?
It's an alarm clock with a flip clock style display. Gets me up every time.
Okay. What do we got? Well, does he have the letter on the table? Oh, okay, he does. That's a lot of booze.
I should really clear away these empty bottles of booze. One of these days, I'll get out of the habit of leaving my empty beer cans lying around. There's a TV on the table. It doesn't look like much, but at least it works. Guess I'll turn it on.
There we go.
The news is on.
Now for tomorrow's weather.
Cold, followed by more cold. Looks like LA's finally gonna learn what winter is. An infomercial is on.
Rich, sweet, and dripping with flavor. Maple butter. Hey, there's a U there. Yeah, this is the UK version, because this game never came out in the United States.
Sorry, sickeningly sweet things like that aren't really my cup of joe. There's an old TV show on. Story about two old flames reuniting. That was quite the hot topic when it first aired 15 years ago. Why is it still on?
Good question.
An infomercial is on.
Hey kids, can't get enough of Pinky Rabbit? Well, how about trying out his brand new game? Pinky Rabbit Land is in stores now.
A game about Pinky Rabbit? I've got a theory this is more aimed at nostalgic adults.
Was it like it's Game & Watch. It's Game & Watch. I love it. What else we got?
This leather sofa means a lot to me. We've spent many relaxing nights together. This lamp is more traditional than the one over by the speakers. It's my jacket. I remember taking it off and leaving it here.
That was the jacket he was wearing in the last game. He will not be wearing it this game.
I reread the letter I found jammed in the door. Item, locate the Scarlet Star, which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. So first, I need to find out what this Scarlet Star is. Actually, come to think of it, is this even a genuine order? Well, one thing's for sure. This was a hotel 13 years ago. But why is something from that long ago appearing on an order? Moreover, what the hell is a Scarlet Star?
It's 11 p.m.
As the night drags on, the fatigue drags me to my bed. Not exactly a sound night's rest. Can't recall how many times I woke up. Just can't seem to fall into one of those deep slumbers. 4 years ago, after quitting the force and leaving Manhattan, I ended up working for Ed. He knew all about my past, but still gave me work. Ed introduced me to the world of locating things that didn't want to be found. The special service isn't publicized, but it's proved to be quite a flourishing business. But now Ed's canned me, and it's all come to an end. And this. Why had such a bizarre order make its way directly to me? These kind of things normally go through Ed first. Does this mean that his little side business isn't as secret as he thinks? Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain why I've been roped into this. I realize I'm not gonna get to sleep and stop trying.
Boy, I feel that one. I feel that one.
I slip out of bed, head to the window, and open the blinds. As I lean on the glass, I take in the view that stretches out before me. I should be looking right at the old LA night I know so well. But tonight something feels slightly different. As I idly stare through the glass at what's beyond, my mind wanders back to the day's events. December 18th, 1980. Ed gave me my marching orders and I dragged myself home. There was someone waiting in the lobby when I got there. Right, that's when I ran into Tony. Right. I met Tony right after I got in the door. He was the one who dropped the bombshell about these apartments closing. After Tony and I went our separate ways, I got into a conversation with Mags. Curiosity got the better of me, and I asked why she decided to sell the place. The reason she gave was that she had her... My mailbox was full. People don't pay their rent. She had her own reasons. My mailbox was full. That's it, Mr. Hyde. Your mailbox is just too full. I have to sell this place. Nah, she had her own reasons. Yeah, that's right. Mags is feeling the strain of running the place alone and decided to sell. She also mentioned another reason for selling, but wouldn't elaborate. After that, I checked my mailbox as agreed and went up to my room. I opened the door just like any other night and went inside. There were a couple of messages waiting for me on my answer phone. The second one caught my attention. It was from a guy I didn't recognize. Exactly. The voice I heard wasn't one I recognized. He told me that he'd left me an order to locate something for him. I normally get this kind of thing from Ed, but this one came directly to me. It didn't exactly instill the most positive of feelings inside me. December 18th, 1980. I waited in my apartment, mulling over what my next step was, but I had an uneasy feeling and couldn't seem to shake it. At that point, I didn't have any clue about the bigger picture. The Scarlet Star, something lost at Hotel Cape West some 25 years ago. Why did that order sheet come directly to me? And how does this all connect to the past? I'm worried this search might set me on a path to something I might not want to know.
You can now read the events of this chapter in the Last Window novel. Well, that's right. There is a novel version of Last Window. All right. Oh yeah, the dates are wrong because it's the wrong UK time. Date listing. Incorrect. Those goofy Brits. But you don't even have a license for that date.
Mysterious order. Sleepless night.
Chapter 2, December 19th, 1980. Yep. Yeah, this one takes place over a couple days, if I remember right.
The alarm in my cramped apartment starts to beep. Oh, come on. Can't you let me get just a little more shut-eye? Every morning I have to fight the temptation to get a gun and shoot the damn thing. Guess the only way to stop that damn beeping is to get up and hit it myself. Okay. Okay, I get it. I lift my weary head from the pillow and open my tired eyes. On the table beside my bed, that damn alarm clock.
Got it. We did it.
Mm, 8 o'clock already. If I still had my job, this would be my cue to get up. Guess I don't need to worry about that kind of thing anymore, though.
I'm really good at these puzzles. I am the best. Frankly, I think there is no one better, and a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people say that I'm the best at puzzles.
I throw my head back down on the pillow and fall asleep again. Great. Now the phone's ringing. I reach out from my bed and grab the receiver. Yeah.
From your voice, it sounds like you're still in bed.
Who's this?
Oh, Jeannie. I thought it was Rachel. That's right. It's me, Kyle. Oh, Kyle, you don't remember your mother's voice after only half a year?
Mom? Oh, it's my mom, Jeannie. She had a tough time after my old man passed away. Had to raise me on her own. Now she lives by herself in New Jersey, working as a nurse.
If you don't drag yourself out of bed soon, you'll be late for work, you know.
I'm taking today off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have saved this call for another time and let you rest.
Don't sweat it. I was planning on getting up around now anyway.
He lied.
But why are you calling me this early? Is something up?
Well, actually there is. It's been on my mind since last night. I got a call from someone calling himself Rex Foster.
Rex Foster?
He said he wanted to ask me a couple of questions. He was keen to know if I was the mother of Kyle Hyde, ex-New York detective. When I told him I was, he continued with something that caught me off guard. He asked whether you were still searching for Brian Bradley or not.
Oh! What did you tell him?
I said I didn't know. That's all he wanted to know. In fact, once I answered his question, he hung up. I need to know, though, are you still looking for Bradley, Kyle?
That's ancient history, Mom. I'm done looking for Bradley. Brian Bradley, my partner from back when I was a cop in New York. 4 years ago, he was working undercover, and it turned out he was on the take. He was a good friend. After I put a bullet in him, I quit the force.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, maybe.
Who is this Rex Foster, anyway?
Can't say the name rings a bell. And, Mom, if you get any more calls from strangers asking you questions,
I know what you're going to say, but I thought he might be a friend of yours.
he's not. I told you, I don't know the guy. I don't know anybody who'd call my mom to snoop around for info.
Okay, I understand.
Glad to hear it. Anyway, I gotta go, Mom.
Kyle, wait.
What now?
How are things with Ed?
Yeah, about that. Ed, boss of Red Crown. He and my old man were buddies, in a sense. They both drank at the same bar and they got to talking a lot. It's been 25 years since the incident in the downtown parking lot, when an officer on patrol came across my dad's body. It was Ed, a member of the Los Angeles police force at the time, that found him.
When you said to me you were going to work for Ed, Kyle, I couldn't work it out. You're just not the salesman type. I worry about you even now. I'm your mother. It's in the job description.
Look, Mom, I'm 34 years old. I think it's about time you eased up on the worrying bit.
Oh, you're probably right. It's just, you're the same age your father was when he died, and... No, you're right. I worry too much. I'll let you go now, Kyle. Have a nice day off and look after yourself.
I was wide awake after the chat I had with my mom. Gave up trying to get back to sleep and dragged myself out of bed. Man, I feel that one too. Guess I was still in work mode. No late sleeping for me. I'll make my way to the sink and turn on the tap. Splash cold water over my face, giving my senses a sharp wake-up call. Feeling a lot more alert, I pull out some clothes and get dressed. I still feel that strange lack of focus. Can't quite get my head together. There isn't anything I feel like doing right now. Before I know it, I find myself slumped on the sofa. I slowly begin to gain a little clarity as I sit there, but there's something about hearing my mom's voice after all this time. And the fact that I'm blankly staring at the worn-out wallpaper in my room sends me plunging my thoughts back through to a point somewhere in the past. I start reminiscing about Los Angeles, the place I was born and raised. And then about my dad, Chris Hyde. He was a man with little to say. So into his work that he was rarely home. My mom was working as a nurse back then, too. I'd come home from school each day only to be greeted by an empty apartment. I was 9 years old when my dad died. 3 days after he left for a job, he wound up dead in a parking lot somewhere downtown. I recall Mom crying for a solid week after it happened. After she managed to get her feelings together, she packed our stuff, then took us off to start a new life in Manhattan. Why did my dad have to die like that?
Bet Bradley killed him. Yeah. Bet Bradley, he gets everywhere, doesn't he? Yeah.
Who wanted him dead, and why did he have to leave town? I had all these questions going around in my head, but Mom wasn't talking. "7 years into our new life in Manhattan, when I was 16 years old, Mom decided to start talking to me about Dad. She chose this time to reveal something I didn't know about my dad. She told me that he used to be a safecracker and reached the point where he wanted to wash his hands of it. But after he left home to do his last job, he never returned.
That's so noir. But this also connects. Remember, Kyle did say that thing about, his dad was a criminal in the previous game, so this is connecting.
His death was unexplained and the case remains unsolved to this day. Six short years from then, I became a detective. I still remember the words my mom said to me on that day about my old man. She said that now I'm a detective, I could uncover the truth behind his death. I took her words lightly. After all, I knew about being in this line of work. I knew that getting to the bottom of the mysteries surrounding a man's death could lead to truths that relatives of the deceased wouldn't want to hear. Even with the tools I had at my disposal, I wasn't willing to dig. I quit the job and still don't know the truth. I return from my trance-like state, draw a long breath, and stand up from the sofa. Just me and my thoughts.
All right. Well, we're gonna press X to push past the wave of ennui and see what we can do.
Ah, the phone. Huh? It's the phone again.
Let's see what we got.
Hey there. With the receiver pressed against my ear, I hear a familiar voice. Hi, Rachel.
How are you doing, handsome?
I've been better.
Sure you have. Things could be a lot worse, though. For someone who lost their job yesterday, you sound okay, at least.
Well, I'm not exactly full of sunshine and happiness, you know.
Same old Kyle. Always got something on your mind.
Ed around?
He just stepped out not 5 minutes ago.
Said anything about me?
Yeah, you've come up in conversation. He said that if you call, not to bother letting him know.
Damn. Sounds like he's really blown a gasket this time.
And then some. Can you blame him, though? Some people might say he made the right choice. 3 days after leaving on a job and not a single phone call to check in? You didn't even show up at the place you were supposed to be heading to.
Maybe I did kind of have it coming.
Still, even given the circumstances, why did he choose now to fire you? And it's not like this is the first time you've slacked off on a job. Hey, did something happen between you two?
Could have been because I told him I don't want to do this kind of work anymore.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Lined myself up for a bullet there, I suppose. Do you know when he'll be back? There's something he and I need to discuss.
He'll be back a bit after lunchtime. Said he's going to listen to the election candidate speeches.
Really? Doesn't sound like the Ed I know. He was always raging on about how much he hates politics.
He mentioned that one of the people running for mayor is an ex-boss of his. A guy called Hugh Speck. That's an interesting name. Hugh Mungus? The whole thing's going to be televised, too. It'll be on at 9.
Right. Well, as soon as he gets back, get me on the phone.
Oh, one other thing. You had a phone call earlier. Someone going by the name Rex Foster. Ring any bells?
What?
I just said that you were on holiday and he hung up. He a friend of yours?
Definitely not. But the same guy called my mom last night, too.
Your mom? What did he want?
And that's what I want to find out. Seems he already knew I used to be a detective, though. Rachel, can you do me a favor? If he calls again, let me know.
Gotcha. And I'll be in touch when Ed gets back. Keep your pager on, okay?
Roger that. I don't envy Rachel. She's Ed's PA, but also struggles to keep me and Ed civil. Come to think of it, she's the only woman I'm happy to be totally open with. I reach into my pocket and switch on my pager. Rex Foster. Why is this guy keeping tabs on me?
Good question. It's 9 a.m. I wonder where Hugh stands on the tourism versus shipping issue. That's right. These are the two things plaguing the modern age. Tourism or shipping. Which is it? You can't have both.
9 o'clock already. That's when Rachel said they'd start showing the speeches on the news. I guess if Ed's made the effort to drag himself along to listen, I might as well switch on the TV and give it a try. Got nothing better to do.
All right.
There's a TV on the table.
There we go. Is this the news? Here we go. Hugh Speck, the most prominent candidate in this election, will be giving his campaign speech momentarily. In 5 News is here with live coverage of that speech. Stay tuned.
Answering the cheers from the crowd, Hugh Speck takes the podium. Speck is a retired LAPD officer, and is even now working to stamp out petty and organized crime in the city.
Today at 4 p.m., 5 will be airing an exclusive look at the man himself. Don't forget to tune in. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off.
Hugh Speck, an ex-cop and also Ed's old boss, trying to become mayor now. Ambitious guy. Looks like he's got a special TV slot at 4 o'clock. Think I'll check it out.
All right. So, can we leave now? Uh-oh.
Someone buzzes my room.
Who's there?
Cool, you're still here.
It's Tony.
Great. What do you want? You know what time it is, right?
Trust me, man, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important.
It's always important with you. Go on. Spill it.
I need your help. Like, really need your help.
Calm down, will you?
Hey, calm down, will ya? Spit it out. What's wrong?
Thanks, just hear me out, okay? Come with me. I need you to help me out of a fix with some quick thinking.
Quick thinking.
Yeah, I'm being squeezed by that chick down the hall, but she's got it all wrong.
You're being... What the hell are you blabbering on about, Tony? You better start making sense pretty soon, or you're out of here.
All right, let me catch my breath. It's really bad. I mean, it's worse than really bad.
What could be that bad?
She's shouting out some crazy stuff, saying I'm a no-good thief.
She thinks you're a thief? Come on, Tony, what did you do this time?
Yeah, that's right. Take one look at me and set me downtown. I'm innocent. Can't you tell how much I've tried telling her, but she thinks I've snatched her ring. She just keeps screaming it over and over.
Ring? Who thinks you've stolen their ring?
Marie, that's who. She's made up her mind and won't listen to reason.
Marie?
You know, the chick living in room 206? She's the blonde one who moved in around a year back.
The stuck-up one, right?
So we're clear. Anyway, Marie's lost her ring somehow, and now she's accusing me. I'm drawing a total blank.
Why does Marie think it was you?
Why does Marie think it was you who took her ring?
Search me.
She's gotta have a reason, though. I mean, she's not imagining it, right?
I got no idea what she's thinking. I told you, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Did you try asking her why she thinks it was you?
Yeah, but she just came out of nowhere and barged into my room, demanding that I return her precious ring. She wouldn't even let me speak.
So you didn't do anything that could have led her to suspect it was you?
I don't know. I mean, I can't remember.
I see.
I don't know what she's on. Chick must be crazy or something.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Tony. But I need you to promise you really didn't take the ring.
Why the hell would I even touch her stupid ring? I may be many things, but I'm not the kind of guy who steals people's stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're not. Now I think about it, you're not the sort who'd grab a person's wallet.
Damn right.
You're not the Louis of this game, Tony. We're saying that right now.
Glad you finally realized, man. I'm not a thief. That's why I need you to go in there and convince her of the same. She's bound to listen to you. I don't have a chance in hell on my own.
Yeah, well, let's hope you're right.
Ah. There she is.
You got a moment.
Maybe. What do you want?
Looks like you and Tony are having some sort of disagreement.
You could say that. Marie.
Her name's Marie Reve. She moved into 206 about half a year ago.
I don't know the first thing about her.
Can you tell me what happened? My ring's been stolen, that's what. It was that guy from room 201. He did it. Why are you so convinced it was him?
Why are you so convinced it was him?
Simple. He was the only person around when it went missing. He stole it right out of my room.
How can you be so sure?
He must have taken it this morning when I went to the vending machine in the lobby. I planned on going straight back to my room, so I left the door unlocked.
Is that all you got to go on?
Not quite. I passed him on the stairs on my way down. He was heading up to the second floor. I think he seized that opportunity to snoop around in my room and snatch my ring while I was away.
So that's why you think it was him?
Exactly.
Seriously? That's the only reason you think it was him?
It's got to be. I'm sure of it. After all, he was the only person around, and when he went past my room and saw the door was unlocked, he...
He what?
Well, it's no secret that he's short of cash. And I'm sure he's no stranger to taking other people's stuff, either.
No stranger? What the hell?
So getting too close to the truth, am I? Don't play the innocent with me. I've seen you borrowing money from other people in the building.
I don't have to listen to this crap.
Take it easy, Tony. Waving your fists around ain't gonna help your case.
Yeah, I know, man.
Mr. Hyde, I don't know why he decided to involve you in this, but all I want is for him to return my ring. What kind of ring is it?
When exactly did your ring go missing?
I'd say about an hour ago. When I got back from the lobby, my door was open. This was unusual, but I headed inside and soon noticed my ring was gone. It wasn't in the place I remember leaving it. I knew what had happened immediately. He stole it. Alright, what kind of ring was stolen? Where did you leave? Oh, yeah, what kind of ring?
What kind of ring was stolen?
A diamond one. It was a 3-carat diamond ring with rubies on it.
Sounds like it came with quite a price tag.
It's a very important ring to me. I got it as a present from someone special. Where did you leave the ring?
Where did you leave the ring?
Where? Inside my room, of course. Though I don't see why I should share that sort of information with you. Do you see now, Mr. Hyde? Do you understand why I think he stole my ring?
It's not that I don't understand what you're saying, Marie, but Tony's telling me a different story. He swears he didn't take it.
You tell her, Hyde. That's what I've been saying from the start. What would I want with that stupid ring anyway? How can you be sure it wasn't taken by someone who snuck into the building? After all, anyone can just wander in here. There are some weird people about. Like last night when I saw this suspicious lady in sunglasses going out the door. Who the hell was that? You saw her too, right, Hyde?
Yeah, I saw her.
Well, I'm not convinced. It goes without saying that there are suspicious people around, but if you ask me, you're the most suspicious one of the lot.
Will you just drop it already?
Hey, get your hands off me!
Tony!
Huh?
Can you people please keep the noise down? What's all this shouting in aid of anyway?
Betty! You gotta hear me out. It's Marie. She's saying all kinds of crap about me.
Yeah, she thinks you've stolen her ring, right? And keep your voice down unless you want the entire block to hear you.
I'm being set up. Why would I want with her lousy ring?
Marie,
Yes?
about the ring that you say was stolen from you. It's that diamond one you always wear, right? Yes, that's right.
So you've seen this ring before, Betty?
Yeah, I've seen it. Don't know if the diamond's a real one or not, though. Of course it's real. I hate to say it, but I think you're pointing the finger at the wrong person, Marie.
So it's settled. You do believe me after all.
Slow down there, I never said that.
But
I just think that your version of events is more believable than hers. What did you say? Marie, this isn't the first time this kind of thing has happened, is it? I don't know what you mean. Come on, think back. It was when you first moved into the building. You were ranting about some of your stuff going missing then, too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you blame the whole thing on Billy from 205? In the end, though, it turned out that the moving company just messed up. What I'm trying to say is, before you go blaming Tony, why don't you try searching your apartment again? And if you really want to continue this ruckus, do it somewhere else. I can't hear myself think with all the shouting right outside my door.
After having her say, Betty retreats into her room. Marie, I'm not saying I believe Betty, but anyone can make a mistake, you know.
And just what are you implying, Mr. Hyde? You should check your room. Again.
You should check your room again. You could get lucky and find your ring there after all.
I've already checked everywhere, I told you. It's not there.
I hear you, but what's the harm of having one last look?
Okay. Maybe we could take a look around my room one more time. But if I'm right and the ring doesn't show up, what are we going to do then?
I don't know, maybe you could take a look around Tony's room? You don't have a problem with that, do you, Tony?
guess I don't.
Then it's settled. But I have one condition, Mr. Hyde. You have to check my room.
Me?
Yes. You and Mr. Wolf seem to be friends, and you think he's innocent, so you need to be the one to check the room before you take me seriously. Then we'll see who's telling the truth.
If you insist.
I'll wait for you in my room.
Marie finishes speaking and returns to room 206.
All right, here we go.
So this is Marie's room.
It's nicer than Kyle's, honestly. Room 206. Please come in, Mr. Hyde. Search as much as you like. But I doubt you'll find anything.
Don't be so sure. I can be pretty thorough.
Before I get started, though,
I'm curious about something. Can you tell me where you left the ring this morning?
Certainly. I put it on the table just in front of my sofa. I remember clearly putting it there. It's not there now, though.
Remember clearly, huh? Do you normally wear the ring, Marie?
Yes, but I do take it off and place it on my bedside table before going to bed.
Any other times you take it off?
Well, yes. When I wash my face, or if I'm cleaning dishes in the kitchen, for example. Also, I usually take it off when I'm putting on my makeup.
I see.
Those are clues, I think. Well, let's go to the bathroom first. Mr. Hyde, I'd rather you didn't go snooping around my bathroom. I never even take my ring in there.
Just checking out all the possibilities. Don't get the wrong idea.
Oh, okay. Is it this sink? Where's this? Is this is a sink, right? Yeah, there.
There's a built-in wash basin next to the refrigerator. Hey, it's my face. Good to know I'm not a vampire.
What? I didn't realize that was high up on Kyle's list of concerns.
There's a cup on the shelf with a toothbrush resting in it.
Okay.
And the refrigerator's making an awful racket. All the crockery is in neat little piles. There's a whole wooden cupboard in the corner with a lock on it, same as in my room.
Okay. So there's the bathroom. So her makeup, huh? Well, let's look over here.
The dresser with a huge mirror on it. Someone likes looking at herself. Various makeup bottles are sat in front of the mirror. She sure has a lot of different kinds of makeup.
Let's see.
Marie keeps her mirror clean and shiny. This stool opens up and has a space to store things. The chest of drawers looks like it's undergone some repair work. This photograph is of a young gentleman flashing a charming smile. On the chest of drawers is a photograph of a young woman.
Alright. Anything else?
I think I'll have a poke around in the closet. Several boxes of women's shoes are cluttering up the closet. Shoebox with a blue lid. Can't see a price tag, but I bet these shoes were expensive. The shoes look pricey. How many pairs of shoes does a dame need anyway? There's a dark gray jacket scratched up at the back of the closet.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's... Alright, so we've looked there. The table is another opportunity. What else we got?
Nothing but shoes in here.
Okay.
On oil painting is some pink flowers in a vase. Goes well with the decor. There's a white telephone on top of this cabinet. It looks way more modern than mine. A wooden cabinet with 3 drawers. Not the first I've seen, and it won't be the last.
What's this?
There are a few safety pins in the drawer.
Ow! Evidently not that safe. Are those paper clips?
There's a tape measure in the drawer, handy for measuring, no doubt. A nylon-covered notebook and a black ballpoint pen. It's a first aid kit. Hopefully I won't end up needing this.
Alright. What else?
Nothing but shoes. Small lamp on top of the shoe cabinet.
A lot of shoes. A lot of shoes. Alright.
There's a sketch of the room on the table. Must be something to remember this room by after she moves. There's a cup on the table. There's coffee in the cup, but it's getting pretty cold. Must have been a while since she poured it. There's a box of cookies on the table. I wouldn't refuse one if she offered. Marie must have left this dress and sewing box here. There's some thin pink thread in the sewing box. Not really my color. The sewing box is made of wood. There's an elaborate floral pattern engraved on it. It's a white one-piece dress. Looks like it's only half finished.
Okay. Sketch in the room, right.
There's a bookcase in the corner. Bears the telltale signs of a long life of heavy abuse. There's a photo frame next to the books at the bottom shelf. The photograph is a portrait of a handsome young man. Who could it be? The books on the bottom shelf are all written by the same author. He must be good.
Not Martin Summer, is it?
A variety of leather-bound books make up the contents of the top shelf. There are 3 cushions on the sofa. They feel like they're made of linen. They have stripes on them, like the wallpaper. Can't say I'm a striped sort of guy. Through the window, I can see the building on the other side of the road. The curtains are made of silk and held in place with tiebacks. That Marie is a classy dame.
Alright. So far, so nothing. What else we got?
The newspaper on the table has yesterday's date on it.
It reads, December 18th, serial robberies at jewelers. Due to the recent spate of robberies targeting expensive jewelry, the Los Angeles Police Department has requested that all parties who may be a target tighten their security. The LAPD is aiming to apprehend these criminals as soon as possible. But according to a source in the department, they currently have no leads to work from.
Looks like a piece on jewel thieves.
Yeah, interesting.
There's a matching white coffee pot and coffee cup on the table. Pot stone cold. Must have been a while since she heated up the water.
Anything here?
There's a white linen tablecloth on the dining table. Kind of looks like a cake.
Interesting way to put it, but okay. It's very cake-like tablecloth you got there, lady. What about her bed?
Like nearly all the furniture in this building, this chest of drawers is showing its age. A lamp on the chest of drawers, nothing more. Everything in the drawers is folded and laid out neatly. The bulb on this lamp's burned pretty good. Guess someone got lots of use out of it. Lamp on a chest of drawers. Okay.
The bed's not only made, it's practically hospital-worthy. Alright. Well, that's not it, then. Where could that ring be?
There's a hanger on the side of the closet. Nothing on it, though.
Okay. Anything to talk to Marie about?
Mr. Hyde, I'd be grateful if you could get your check over and done with. Take it easy. These things take time.
Okay. So, where could it be? I'm suspicious of the table, for sure. Because of what she said. Did we check the, let's see, the pillows? There are 3 cushions, like they made of linen. The wallpaper. Yeah, sofa soft. Okay. What's this? There's a box of cookies, look pretty tempting too. Alright. Kyle likes his sweets then, obviously. Nope. Okay. So, I'm trying to think, have we missed anywhere? Like, the cabinets here? One of the handles looks like it's about to fall off. The cupboard doors don't quite fit properly. Everything in the drawers is neatly organized, not a spoon out of place. The cupboard doors are kind of busted up. The sink is spotless. Free of any and all debris, including rings. Okay. Is she gonna let us look at the bathroom yet? I go in snooping. A ring in there. Okay. I just wonder if the ring's in the bathroom. But we can't look in there yet. Let's see. Can't look. Let's see. This chair looks brand new. This chair feels pretty soft. Everyone's looking a bit worn though. I bet she only sits on this one. Huh. So everything's for 2, but there's only 1. An oil painting of some pink flowers in a vase. Goes well with the decor. There's a framed photograph on top of the cabinet. It's of a younger Marie and a guy who seems to have an oddly calm aura about him. Is this the guy who gave her that ring? Bet he is. Wooden cabinet. Okay. So there is nothing in here, right? Okay. I'm gonna take my quick break before we continue, and I'm gonna mull this over some more, see what we can find out. But I will be right back. All right, I have returned. So the search continues. Alright, we looked at the fridge, we looked at that, we looked at that. The stove. Nothing stands out about the stove except how clean it is. I'm not sure to be expecting Marie's cooking equipment so closely. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to scope out her cookware so you can cook yourself, you know? Let's see. Wait. Ooh. Hang on, what? There seems to be something lodged between the dresser and the chest of drawers. Ah, there it is! What's that? Looks like something shiny has dropped down between the furniture. Well, what do we have here? Damn, looks like my manly arm is too big to fit into the cap. I love it. Hey, Marie. What is it? Mind if I shift this dresser a little? Good luck. Thanks for the support. That dresser's fixed tight to the wall, and there's no easy way of moving it. Good idea, in my opinion. I wouldn't want it falling every time we have an earthquake. Then we may have a problem. Great, now what? What is it, Mr. Hyde? Looks like something's fallen between the dresser and the chest of drawers. I'm gonna get a closer look. Between the dresser and the chest of drawers? Yeah, right between the two. Are you sure you're not just seeing things? I can't make out much at all. You never know, it could turn out to be your ring. Problem is, I can't get my arm in to pull it out. Got anything lying around we could poke in there to get it out? Like what? It doesn't really matter what it is, just have to be thin enough to fit into the gap. Nothing really springs to mind. If you find anything that looks likely to fit, feel free to give it a try. Like a tape measure? Great. It's like I got another search on my hands. Tape measure! I have done this myself before. A wooden cabinet with 3 drawers. Yep. Looks like there's a tape measure inside. Could be useful. You never know. I take the tape measure. Can we get the paper clips too? There are some safety pins inside. Now this is a definite plus. Now I'm beginning to get the picture. I can't get the thing out just using this, but maybe if I tie it to something. I take a safety pin. It's not quite a paper clip, but it's close. Alright. Can we combine them? With the tape measure? Nope. Wait, hang on. Did that say... Found this in Marie's room. It extends up to 1.5 meters, about 5 feet. Meters! Come on now. Sounds imperial to me. Tape measure. There's something shining in the chest. If I use this tape measure, I might be able to pull the thing out. Okay. But I just need to unwind it enough so it reaches the ring. Okay. Got it. Wait, I didn't need to use the safety? I just stole them? Perfect. Got it. I take the ring. Now perhaps I can put an end to this whole mess. All right, Marie. There you go. Marie, what is it? So, does this look anything like the ring you claim was stolen? You found it? Yeah, I didn't even break a sweat. I'm no expert on jewelry, but this looks like a pretty decent ring, even to me. Definitely impressed by the big stone on it. Mr. Hyde, now you found my ring. Please hand it to me, now! What's got into her all of a sudden? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm just keen to get my property back. Yeah, I guess you are. Yeah, that's it. That's my ring. So that puts an end to it. Looks like you wanted to hang the wrong man after all when you blame Tony. Yes, I'm not exactly proud of myself either. I mean, I did kind of jump to the wrong conclusion. It happens. I just lost it when I noticed my precious ring had gone. Must be really special if you're that protective of it. It's one of the most treasured things I have. It was a present from my older brother before he passed away. Marie reaches for the photo on the bookshelf. I suppose I'd better go and patch things up with Mr. Wolf. Not sure if I can face him right away, though. I'm still pretty embarrassed. He's bound to fly off the handle and start shouting at me again. You can't say you don't deserve it. What should I do? Tell you what, I'll have a word with him, see if I can't smooth things over a bit. Thank you, Mr. Hyde. Here, you might as well take your stuff back, too. I won't be needing it now you've got your ring back. I'll see myself out. Thanks again. Oh, we didn't need it? Did we give the safety pins back? I leave Marie's room. Okay, let's go talk to Tony. Tony. What is it, man? I found the ring in Marie's room. Seriously? You got it? It had fallen down on the side of her dresser. I knew it. I knew she'd got the facts all wrong. She also said she's sorry. Yeah, like that's gonna be enough to clear the air. It's about time I started hearing some serious apologies. I think you should go easy on her, Tony. She's really embarrassed and not exactly proud of what she said. Perhaps you should just let it slide this time. But you heard what she said about me, right? Come on, Tony. We're all gonna be clearing out of these apartments soon. Do you really want to cause any more trouble for yourself? Yeah, maybe you're right. I think I'm man enough to take this one on the chin. Forgive and forget and all. Thanks to you, I'm in the clear. I can't thank you enough for what you did. Can't imagine it would have gone this well if I'd asked anybody else. Guess all that detective training you got really paid off. Hey, hold on. How did you find out? Yeah. Hey, Tony, how'd you find out? About me being a detective, I mean. I heard it from Dylan. Dylan? How the hell did he know? I thought you must have told him or something. Like I'd tell a guy like him about all about my past. I haven't told anyone living in this building about that.
That's so? I just figured that kind of info must have come straight from you. I was pretty surprised when I heard you used to wear a badge. Figured you must have been through something rough to make you quit.
Meaning?
Hey, no need to give me that kind of look. I'm just thinking out loud. Looks like I crossed the line, huh? Oh, wow. Is that the time? I gotta be at an audition. Catch you later, man.
An audition?
Yeah, and if I make it through, I'm gonna get me a live gig.
And if that happens, drinks are on me. Tony makes his way along the hallway and heads down the stairs towards the lobby. I won't hold my breath for those drinks. There's something about what Tony said. What was it?
How does Dylan know about my past? Yeah, seriously.
How does Dylan know about my past? It's my pager.
Oh.
Better get back to my room.
All right. Let's go. Oh, 202, that's us. I was looking for 205 or 215. I'm used to it. All right.
I suppose I should give Rachel a call. This is Red Crown. How can I help you? It's me. What's up?
Ed's just got back. I'll pass you over.
What is it, Hyde?
There's something we need to discuss.
Yeah, well, it's a little late to start apologizing. I don't care how much you grovel. I'm not going back on my decision.
It's not about me getting fired, Ed.
Then what the hell is it about?
It's about an order. An order that made its way to me directly.
What?
There was an order sheet in my room when I got back yesterday. The message on it was vague. It goes like this. Find the Scarlet Star that disappeared in Hotel Cape West 25 years ago.
You sure you got your facts straight? Orders shouldn't come directly to you at all. As far as the clients are concerned, they don't even know Kyle Hyde. You haven't been spreading what we deal with behind the scenes, have you?
What do you take me for, an idiot?
Whatever. Ignore that order sheet. In case you forgot, Red Crown ain't your concern anymore. So just drop it. You can take that piece of paper and burn it.
But Ed...
Plus, it sounds like a bogus order to me. Think about it. Who's gonna be after something that went missing 25 years ago? Just drop it. Besides, you've got more important things to do, like finding a job.
Ed...
I'm hanging up.
Bogus order. Even if it does turn out to be bogus, how did it make its way to me? Speaking of strange, Tony heard I was a detective from Dylan, of all people. Something's not quite right about all this. I think it's time Dylan and I got better acquainted.
Okay. Where does Dylan live? Is he on the character list? Oh, what's this? Hey! A new sealed file is available. From the start? Last Window, The Secret of Cape West. By Martin Sommer! Born in Kansas City in 1929, after graduating university and working as editor of Los Angeles Beat, he penned his debut novel, The Secret Word. 1990 saw his return to the spotlight after a decade spent entirely under the radar. His works, on countless movie scripts and his regular columns, together with his expansive knowledge, have paved the way for a string of bestsellers. 1990, so this version is something he wrote in the future? That's kind of cool. This is cool. It's like a, his name was Kyle Hyde, yeah, drawing himself. Yeah. This is when he got... This is a little bit of like a summary of the previous game and then the first game. That's cool. That's really cool. Chapter 1, An Uneasy Feeling. Hotel Cape West. There it is. Written by Martin Summer. Oh, we got a jukebox too. We can read to different music. That's nice. Yeah. That's cool. But... Oh man, is Martin Summer the main character and Kyle Hyde is just fictional? Oh my goodness. That could be crazy. Oh man. Dylan. He lives in 304. Oh, he knows about my past. Got it. Well, let's go talk to Dylan then. Well, you see, Mr. Hyde, I'm actually the main character of this series. Me, I'm the hero. You're just a figment of my imagination. 3rd floor.
Oh, there's someone in the hallway.
There he is.
You got a moment? I got some questions I'd like to ask you.
Questions to ask me?
Yeah. Let me bend your ear for a bit.
Are you going to tell me what it's about?
Tony from 201 told me that you were blabbing about me once being a detective.
That's right. I think I did mention it to him. But he came and asked me about it first.
He asked you about me?
Right. Must have been about 2 weeks back. I was called to his room to take care of a door that wouldn't close properly. And after I fixed it, he asked if I'd like to grab a drink. That's when he started asking about you. I remember him asking if I knew anything about you. Oh. How did my history become public knowledge? Yeah.
Can you care to tell me how you knew I used to be a detective?
It just cropped up one day.
Cropped up? What's that supposed to mean?
I saw your name in an old newspaper article.
In an article?
Right. It was an article about an undercover investigation in New York. When I read through, I noticed the name Kyle Hyde. I also noticed that you shot an undercover cop. One that was on the take, not exactly through and through blue.
When was the newspaper dated?
I think it was from around 4 years back. He knows Kyle's name because that's how Martin wrote the story. Easy. Yep, there we go. He wrote it that way.
Why did Tony want to know about me?
He was going on about how he'd like to become your friend and just wanted to know if I knew anything about you. Oh, that's oddly sweet, but also weird. So naturally, when he asked, I told him what I knew. All I said to him was that you're an ex-detective who works as a salesman. Where did you find this newspaper at?
Where did you find this newspaper?
Let me think. I think it was just a coincidence. I stumbled across the paper and noticed that article.
Finding an old newspaper with stuff about me was a coincidence? Do you really expect me to buy that story?
Honest, I was out on a job at the time.
Out on a job?
Yeah, I'm in the plumbing and repair business, so I often get sent out on jobs. I find myself in buildings and offices a lot. I even fix windows occasionally, too. Thinking back, when I saw that article, I had just moved back from New York and was doing a job in someone's bathroom. The people had just moved in, there was stuff all over the place, including an old newspaper someone left lying around. I just had lunch and thought I'd give it a read. That's when I saw your name.
How far back was this?
I don't know, 3 months. So, are we done with all the questions?
Yeah, for now. Huh? Who's there? Oh, here we go.
You really should take your chat elsewhere. You're blocking the hallway.
Sorry.
Kindly get out of my way.
Who's this? This is Frank.
This miserable old guy's Frank Raver.
Raver? That's right. I've got to go get Crunk. I'm going to get a glow stick and go into the mosh pit.
He occupies room 302 and has a tendency to skulk around at night.
If memory serves, you're
Kyle Hyde, the guy living in the apartment below you,
who incidentally has to put up with the racket you make walking around all night. I don't appreciate being accused of things, Mr. Hyde. This building may be old, but it's solid and unlikely to cause such a disturbance.
I'm telling you, I can hear every one of your footsteps loud and clear. Sometimes I can't even get a wink of sleep while you're standing around.
Looks like I misjudged you, Hyde. I had you pegged as the kind of guy who would have more important things on his mind.
Meaning what?
Mr. Raver, Mr. Hyde is just trying to say that he's noticed some noise coming from your room. He's not trying to start an argument with you. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Hyde?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Well, I suppose I can try to take a little more care late at night.
Gee, thanks. Bit of a cranky old timer we got here.
And while we're all here, I had a matter to bring to your attention, Dylan. You did? Yes, it seems that someone left trash by the fire door on the 4th floor again.
Not again.
Who would be so careless? That's a good question. But more importantly, we wouldn't want an incident like before, now would we? I recommend you get up there and clear it up right away.
Will do.
Thank you, Dylan.
Frank goes back into his room and disappears from sight.
Which reminds me, I never got round to checking out the 4th floor.
You take care of the repair work on the 4th floor, too?
Certainly do.
But I thought the whole floor was disused. That's why it's out of bounds.
All the rooms up there are remnants from when this place was a hotel. The fire door was sealed to prevent access, though. Having problems all the way up there just adds to the hassle. That's also the last place we want things to go wrong. I'm gonna have to leave you, Mr. Hyde. I have to get out there and sort this out.
Dylan heads up the staircase. What's up on the 4th floor? Now my curiosity is really piqued.
That means we're gonna go to the 4th floor, I guess.
Looks like Dylan's already here.
What are you doing up here, Mr. Hyde?
I didn't think it was a crime to wander up here once in a while.
That's true.
Frank said something about some trash.
Yes. Already took care of it, though. It was just a flyer from an old newspaper, no great shakes.
So someone makes their way up here just to dispose of something like that?
You'd be surprised, but it does happen from time to time. It's things like this that really get to me. Just another one of the many problems with a building anyone can get into. In my opinion, you're asking for trouble if people can just walk in off the street.
What kind of incident was Frank talking about a minute ago?
Yeah, what kind of incident was Frank referring to?
Sorry, I don't follow.
And just now, outside room 302, Frank Raver said something about an incident. Said that something happened up here on the 4th floor.
Oh, right, that.
Care to share some details?
It was nothing.
Is that right?
Yes, nothing you need to worry about. Okay, I've got to make a move.
Dylan makes his way to the stairs and descends out of sight. Now I know something's up. He seemed caught off guard when I asked. I've got an idea. If the rooms up here have been left as they were when it was Hotel Cape West, I wouldn't mind having a better look around.
Alright. What's this?
Looks like there's some sort of control panel attached to the wall. Switches on the control panel are both in the on position.
Oh no, we gotta do another double turn off thing. No! Let's see.
The 4th floor hallway is blocked by a hefty looking fire door. Let's see if the thing's locked or not.
Yep. Set the alarm off.
Damn! This can't be good. Now the alarm's ringing.
Can we turn the alarm off?
There's a case on the wall with a glass cover. Inside the case is the fire bell and some kind of lever. The bell's loud enough to wake the dead. I've got to figure out how to stop the thing.
Let's see, the bell's loud enough.
There's a toolbox fixed to the wall. There's a wooden doorstop. The wrench looks pretty old. It must see a lot of use. A blackened set of pliers.
Okay. I'm guessing it is... We're gonna have to do the dual flip-off thing again.
Let's see, looks like there's some sort of control panel attached to the wall. The switches on the control panel will set to on. I bet if I use those switches, it'd stop that damn bell ringing.
Okay.
Flip back.
Alright, we gotta do them both at the same time.
Maybe one at a time just isn't working.
Okay, so we gotta remember how to do this. We don't do it like that. Alright, I had a pause button, I remember. Just a sec, pause. Yes, so... Hang on. Let's see. Both at the same time. We got this. Alright. Alright, let's see. Yep. Flick them both together. Yeah, this is effortless on the DS and really, really hard on the DS that I'm using. All right. Let's see. I might have to look that up real quick and see what the let's see. What if the annoying puzzle from the last game came back and also there was a really loud fire alarm going off as you do it? Yes! Great, isn't it? We're just gonna hit the pause button while I do a little quick research. Let's see. Yes, let's see. Remember... Pause, then move it. Let's see. So they said it's kind of similar to the last one where you like... There! We did it. Yep, you had to do it in the middle. Got it.
Finally, it stopped. Not a moment too soon, either. Huh? Someone's coming. You again?
Mr. Hyde, what have you done?
Yeah, about that. I kind of made a judgment error and set off the alarm.
A judgment error? More like you thought you'd open the door and start stooping around inside.
Yeah, you got me.
This is bad. Real bad.
What? Mrs. Patrice?
Told you this was bad. Dylan, care to explain what's going on here? For one, why was the alarm ringing just now?
Let me explain.
And just what are you doing up here, Mr. Hyde?
I was just...
Well, is it not what you think, Mrs. Patrice? Then kindly explain it to me. The alarm went off because I thought it would be a good idea to to conduct a test to see if the system was working properly.
A test? At this time of day?
Yes. Isn't that what happened, Mr. Hyde?
Not quite. Or I'm gonna get kicked out. That's exact.
It's just like he said, a test. Dylan asked me to give him a hand while he set it up. I see.
Yeah, I asked him to help. I wonder if you get kicked out on the other. That would be awful if you got kicked out, game overed, and had to reload and do the puzzle again. I just figured that even though we're going to be leaving soon, it would be a good idea to make sure the safety measures are still working.
Good thinking, Dylan.
I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for taking such good care of the building. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mags walks away and goes downstairs. Thanks for covering for me there.
It's not a problem. Now you're off the hook, you might want to head back downstairs.
Guess he's right. I think I'll go take it easy in my room.
4 p.m. Man, this day's moving fast.
After I returned from the 4th floor, I decided to take a load off and relax on the sofa. Still can't shake the mystery surrounding the order sheet I got. 4 o'clock already. Just in time to catch that show about Hugh Speck on TV. There's an old cartoon on. Japanese spies. Don't think I watched this much as a kid.
Today on the 5 o'clock news, we take a look back at Hugh Speck's career. From LAPD officer to candidate for LA mayor, Hugh Speck comes straight from the ranks of LA's finest, where he had a long and distinguished career. While in the LAPD, he cracked many high-profile cases, and even stamped out incidents of police corruption. One of his more famous cases happened in the 1950s. A crime ring named Condor was responsible for multiple jewel thefts all over LA. Speck was tireless in his efforts to bring Condor down. Then, 13 years ago, Speck entered the world of politics. As a politician, he continued down his path of justice. One could say that Speck was destined to lead this city. The election ahead will be very interesting indeed. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off.
Hugh Speck. He was an officer in the LAPD during the incident involving my old man. It's true, though. Back in the day, he solved his fair share of cases. But the ones surrounding my dad, Officer Speck, had a far lesser role to play. Okay, now how am I going to keep myself occupied? Still plenty of time until dinner. Maybe I'll take a trip down to Lucky's Cafe and grab a coffee.
All right.
Hey, I recognize that guy over there. He's
He's a prosecutor from Ace Attorney.
Well, hello there. Hi. I definitely know this guy. He's on the 3rd floor in...
You're Kyle Hyde from room 202, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you're Charles.
Charles?
Yes, Charles. Is there something wrong with my name?
Oh, no, I get it.
You forgot again, didn't you?
You got me again. But it's coming back to me. Your full name's Charles Jonet, right?
Exactement. Might be a good idea to make a note of it or something, though. There's only 9 people in this building. It shouldn't be too hard to learn their names.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, kid.
Some people find it very rude if you forget their name, you know.
Trust me, I don't forget names on purpose. They just seem to slip through the cracks. I don't go around presuming everyone remembers me, either.
Interesting attitude.
Thank you, Mr. Hyde. That helps me understand the kind of person you are better. I'm glad to hear it. Try to make the effort to remember my name from now on, yes? When I forget a person's name, I feel terrible inside.
I hear you loud and clear.
Charles. Kid's name is Charles Genet. He came over as an exchange student from France about a year ago. According to Betty, he has dreams of being a big-time movie director. Your buddies with Billy used to live in 205, right? Yes, that's right. I remember Betty telling me a while back. Betty's lovely, isn't she? It's a shame that we won't be living in the same building as her for much longer. We've all got to leave this place after all.
Thanks for the reminder.
Hey, I heard the alarm bell ringing earlier. Do you know what happened?
That? No, just a test. Nothing special.
A test? I thought it might have been a little more exciting. Here we go again, I thought. Hey, have you got a moment? What did you think had happened?
What did you think had happened?
I thought it was happening all over again.
What was?
You know, like the panic about the fire from 2 weeks ago. I thought it was another fire. There was a fire 2 weeks ago?
There was a fire here 2 weeks ago?
Didn't you hear about that, Mr. Hyde?
I didn't hear a thing, but then again, I was away on a trip at the time.
It happened around lunchtime on a weekday.
Do you know where the fire broke out?
Yes, it was up by the staircase on the 4th floor. Ah, that explains the charring mark.
Interesting.
Yes. I heard that someone came into the building and started it. Luckily, someone spotted it and put it out right away. So the building didn't suffer any lasting damage. Who put the fire out?
So who put the fire out?
Mr. Raver.
Frank Raver from 302?
Yes, that's him. If Mr. Raver hadn't noticed the fire, who knows what might have happened. By the way, Mr. Hyde, what are you going to do after you leave this place?
I haven't quite worked that out yet.
Me neither. I haven't even started looking for a new apartment. I really like this place, despite it being a little old and run down.
You and me both, kid.
I'll see you later, Mr. Hyde.
Charles says goodbye and leaves. I don't know why he mentioned leaves, though.
Alright.
Oh, hey. There's some fine-smelling food. Huh? It's Frank.
You again. I'm bumping into you a lot lately, Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Raver. Good timing. I have some things I'd like to ask you.
What is it? What is this, an ambush?
Charles told me that you came across a fire on the 4th floor 2 weeks back.
I did, yes. What about it?
Are you in the habit of wandering around in out-of-bounds areas?
What can I say? I get bored easily. I don't have a job to go to anymore either. Plus, it's good for my health to climb up and down the stairs. I thought for a moment you had something interesting to ask me. Goodbye.
Frank slips away towards the staircase.
Alright.
What's this? There's a vending machine in the lobby. Unfortunately, I don't have any change right now.
Ah, that's too bad. All our change from last game has disappeared.
Lucky's Cafe. Best food and raw caffeine in town.
It's worth a trip downstairs just for that aroma of freshly ground coffee. Hi! Welcome to Lucky's Cafe! Oh, Mr. Hyde, nice to see ya! Today's coffee is straight Guatemalan mineral roast.
Sounds good. I'll take one of those. Coarsely ground and black.
Gotcha! Can I get you something to go with that?
That's the million-dollar question.
Maybe I can tempt you with today's special dessert? We've only got one left.
I made it myself, which makes it an extra special. Yeah, why not? I'm sure you won't regret it. The perky waitress is Claire Reagan, the daughter of the cafe owner. She's always cheery and keeps the customers coming back. Guess you'll be taking your regular spot, right? Right. I have a habit of always sitting in the same seat when I come here. Sitting here enjoying a good coffee is one of the best things about this place. Here you go! Today's coffee and one of my special desserts. My own homemade plum truffles. I took a ripe, dried plum, filled it with a wonderfully fruity chocolate ganache, then coated it with a slightly bitter type of chocolate for an edgy flavor. It all adds up to a deliciously sweet dessert. I hope you like it, Mr. Hyde. It certainly looks tasty. Bon appetit! Claire drifts away from the table after delivering my order. There's an appetizing-looking combination of coffee and a dessert on the table. That's a fine aroma. The fragrant coffee takes me away from my troubles, if only for a while.
That dessert's family crest is a demon of death! Yeah. Yes. Well, Mr. Hyde.
Huh? Looks like I can't stay away from your coffee for too long, can I?
Glad to hear it. How you finding today's blend?
Let me see. Full-flavored, slightly bitter, and with a fine aroma to boot.
Isn't it spectacular? Got my hands on some top-notch beans. A little darker, but ground coarsely and dripped slowly, giving it a richer taste. I find it pays to add a little more than you think you need to.
Well, it sure beats the instant crap.
I'll take that as a compliment. Sydney.
The guy's name is Sidney Reagan. He's Claire's father, and he owns this place. He can dig his heels in when he wants to, but he likes to talk, and we get on well.
Say, what did you think of the dessert? Be honest now.
It was great.
How great exactly?
You know, just great.
I thought you'd say something like that. For me, I find that adding some liqueur really sets the taste apart from the rest.
Liqueur?
Adding just the right amount boosts the impact of the ganache. It helps to balance the taste of the plums and cocoa, too. If you'd tried a dessert I'd put together, chances are you'd be pining for another.
How come you don't tell Claire all this?
Oh, don't get me wrong, it isn't like I haven't tried. She's just not interested in my take on recipes. Tells me to keep them to myself. She's in the habit of ignoring my good advice. Sometimes I think I can even see my ex-wife's personality poking through. By the way, Mr. Hyde, do you know the customer sitting over there in the back?
Which one?
Him over there. Guy in the sunglasses.
Guy in the sunglasses?
Oh my.
There's a shifty-looking guy sitting at the back wearing sunglasses. Who the hell is that guy?
He a friend of yours, Mr. Hyde?
Never laid eyes on him before.
Strange. He seems to know all about you.
What?
He came round asking questions and everything. I just figured he must be a friend of yours. Looks like I got it all wrong, though.
Sidney finishes speaking and leaves the table.
Yeah, that guy's family crest is a demon of death as well. It really is. He is the one who is approaching.
Who is that guy and how does he know about me?
Let's go ask. There's the jukebox over there. Hey, got a moment? Oh, the sunglasses came off.
That depends. Firstly, who the hell are you?
Sydney said you know who I am, but I've never even met you before. Time to start talking, pal.
Is that right?
Yeah, why don't we begin with your name?
The name's Foster. Rex Foster.
Rex Foster, this is the man.
So he calls himself Rex Foster. This must be the guy that called Mom and Rachel. Finally, I got a face to put to the name I keep hearing. You've been busy making a lot of calls, it would seem.
What are you after? I don't seem to remember asking for a guy like you to follow me around.
Yeah, okay. You got me.
Hey! Got a reason for staring at me? Or something you want to say?
Got a reason for staring at me? Something on my face?
Yeah, you could say that.
Just thinking, you really have got the face of a detective. What's my face got to do with anything? But let's get back on track. What exactly do you want from me?
About time you asked.
I was hoping to ask you some questions, is all.
Questions?
Yeah. To begin with, why did you choose to live in this particular building? No reason, just kind of wound up here. Pull the other one, that's not the reason. You set up here because of the place once being Hotel Cape West. I've got no clue what he's babbling about.
Made you think, did I?
Let's try another question, shall we?
What's your attitude, buddy?
You trying to hide the fact there was some trouble today on the second floor, too?
Well, first, how'd you know I was a detective?
How did you know I was a detective? Now that would be telling. Don't play the innocent with me. You'd better get talking real quick.
Let's just say a little bit of research on you went a long way.
So you're researching me now, are you? Care to elaborate on that? Who the hell are you? Hey, easy. You're not the only person I'm looking into. Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I can't really tell you anything right now.
Speaking to you could be quite dangerous. Kyle, cut the crap and define dangerous. If you know too much, you might feel inclined to get in my way. And why would I want to get in your way? I don't even know you.
I never said you'd do it on purpose, but guys like you just
Tend to get in the way.
You're making less and less sense as you go along. You may have left the force to seek out a life without too much excitement, but guys like you just get a whiff of a case and switch back to their old ways. And that's precisely why I can't afford to have you get in my way.
Guys like me? You want to explain that to me? Oh, I'm sure you understand just fine.
Alright, trouble. The ring thing?
Trouble? What are you talking about?
So you're saying nothing happened, are you?
Well, there was something.
Well, there was something.
And that something was?
Someone thought they'd been robbed.
Really? You don't say.
Turns out the person who started all the trouble was mistaken, though. Not that any of this has squat to do with you.
Fair enough, I just wanted to ask.
Who's this guy think he is?
That's me done. I'm leaving.
Hey, hold it, not so fast. Take it easy, Kyle. There's plenty of time for us to sit down and chat, you know. Rex says his piece and leaves. Who does this guy think he is?
Mr. Hyde?
Huh?
So, who was that guy?
His name's Rex Foster. Seems he's been gathering information about me.
Why would he do that? Are you in some sort of trouble?
Not that I know of.
He wasn't a detective, was he?
Trust me, he was no detective.
More likely, he's working for some lousy agency or a third-rate newspaper. Yeah, I guess you're right. He seemed like a weirdo right from the moment I laid eyes on him.
He seemed weird.
Sometimes he'd have his notebook open on the table. Seemed like when he thought of something, he'd write it down.
Notebook?
Yeah. Then he'd read his notes back to himself. Bugs me every time I see him. I don't like people who take notes.
What made you think he was weird?
What made you think he was weird?
For one, he's been coming here all the time, starting 2 or 3 days ago, spending long hours with just a single cup of coffee, staring at my customers. And also,
There's more?
he goes around asking all kinds of questions.
Such as?
About stuff from the past, mostly.
What kind of notes has he been taking?
What kind of notes has he been making?
When I took his coffee over once, I nearly caught a glimpse of his notes. But he noticed right away and snapped his notebook shut.
What about stuff from the past?
Asking about stuff from the past, like what?
He tends to be fixated on this building's past, when it used to be a hotel.
That's quite a while back.
It is. He also asked about something that happened 13 years ago.
What happened 13 years ago?
He never revealed his motives about why he was so interested in that particular event.
What happened in the hotel 13 years ago?
What happened in the hotel 13 years ago?
That's a tough question. And I'd appreciate it if you kept this to yourself. Mrs. Patrice asked me to avoid talking about it. She seemed especially keen to keep it from the people living in the apartments.
What happened?
I think I can trust you not to spread it around, Mr. Hyde. If the truth be known, when this building was still a hotel, there was a murder here.
A murder?
On top of that, the case was never solved.
What do you know about it?
An unsolved murder? What do you know about the incident?
I don't think I'd better go into any more detail, Mr. Hyde.
Come on, you've told me this much.
Thing is, someone involved in the incident is rather close to me. There are also those who are keen to forget about the incident once and for all. Please understand, I'm just not happy to continue discussing it. One more thing.
What is it?
That Rex Foster guy seems to be after information concerning that murder. He could be a reporter. The more I think about it, the more it fits. A shady character like him would make a perfect reporter for one of those gossip mags. I'll bet money that's where he's from.
Could be.
Changing the subject, Mr. Hyde, have you decided who's going to get your vote?
I haven't quite made my mind up.
The media seems to be focused on Hugh Speck, the ex-congressman. I personally don't like the idea of him winning, though.
Really? Why's that?
I just find that guys like him with police backgrounds and such can be a bit suspicious. I've got a friend who swears the guy was on the take during his days on the force. He said he was also into racketeering, among other things.
We're talking about Hugh Speck, right? I've never heard those rumors.
Well, it's politics, right? Everyone's at least a bit corrupt. It won't be easy if whoever becomes mayor. Lowering the crime rate will be tough.
Ain't that the truth?
Say, did you hear about the robbery at the jewelries near here yesterday?
Sydney puts a newspaper down on the table.
This kind of crime gives people like me the jitters. Reminds me of a very similar incident a while back.
Dad,
Yeah?
we've got orders queued up over here. Can you come back to the counter for a while?
Sure thing, I'll be right over. Duty calls, Mr. Hyde. I'll catch up with you another time.
Do you mind if I take a look at this newspaper?
Not a problem. Take your time.
Sydney makes his way back behind the counter.
All right, well, let's look.
Sydney's newspaper is on the table. It reads, December 19th, 1980, new development in serial jewel robbery cases. With regard to the succession of jewel burglaries that have taken place recently, the Los Angeles Police Department announced a new lead, that the culprit could be a jewelry theft ring called Condor. Based on the information that a woman with a black hat had been witnessed at the crime scene before the incident.
We know that woman with the black hat, don't we?
This group once frightened the whole nation, and there are fears that their reign of terror is beginning once more. The woman in this article sounds like just the woman I saw outside the building yesterday. Things have been more hectic than usual since yesterday. Guess there's only one thing for it. If I think back over the events, maybe I can clear a few things up.
All right, let's finish the thinking and then we can, I think we'll close. I think that's a good stopping point.
December 19th, 1980. My alarm clock woke me up as usual, but just after I got myself back to sleep, the phone rang and got me up again. The one who woke me up with that ridiculously early phone call was
Jeannie, his mother.
Right. It was Mom who decided it would be a good time to call then. She's currently living in New Jersey by herself. After I finished speaking with Mom, Rachel called. Both she and Mom had some very similar stuff to tell me. They both said
they had been called by Rex Foster.
That's right. Both Rachel and Mom said that they had received phone calls from the same caller. They said his name was Rex Foster, and they were keen to find out whether he was an acquaintance of mine or not. After catching the TV show about the candidate whose speech Ed went to hear, Tony got me caught up in some crazy situation, just like always. Who was the second-floor occupant that swore Tony stole her ring?
That was Marie.
Right. It was Marie from room 206. She'd somehow got it into her head that Tony was a master jewel thief. I was coerced into taking a look around Marie's room to prove Tony's innocence. Turns out the ring had just fallen between some furniture. After I proved Tony was innocent, he expressed his gratitude. As we talked, he mentioned that he knew I used to be a detective. Tony got that info from Dylan. That's right. After squeezing him for facts, he finally told me that it came from Dylan. Dylan's the quiet guy who lives in 304. He takes care of the general repairs around here. He found my name in an article from a 4-year-old newspaper. Funny how coincidences like these seem to happen around me. As the day went on, I had the urge to go to Lucky's Cafe downstairs. Figure I'd head down there, grab a coffee, and take a breather. Imagine my surprise at finding none other than Rex Foster there. The cafe owner told me Rex had been asking questions. He was asking about an incident 13 years ago. Right. The owner told me that Rex had asked about what happened 13 years ago, when the apartments were still a hotel. He turned out to be the same guy who'd been calling around for info about me. Now I found out he's after facts surrounding what happened in the past here. Unluckily for me, he chose not to let me in on his secret and left. December 19th, 1980. Despite the apartments being due to close, I spent the entire day embroiled in conversations with the other residents. Turned out to be pretty useful for gathering facts on past and present events here. Especially the unsolved murder that happened 13 years ago. The sudden appearance of Rex Foster in the cafe today made me feel uneasy and sent my mind spinning back to the mysterious order sheet I found in my room. I think I'm just beginning to register the fact that there's something more to this building than meets the eye. There's some sort of secret to be found here. I'm sure of it.
And that's the end of this chapter. Last Window. You can now read the events of this chapter in the Last Window novel. Save progress. Yep. All right.
December 19th. Unsolved. The truth about the past? Chapter 3, December 20th, 1980.
All right. We will call it there. And next time we will resume Chapter 3. All right. See you then.